On this episode, we start September with hope and
Steve,
love and
Steve,
joy and
Steve!
what?
No one believes that it's still 2020.
Yeah, I know. It's not all those things. But we do talk about good things, all right? Things that I thought that you knew, but apparently we didn't know them. We just thought we knew them that way. And then we also, for back to school, I found a very cool Google search that you can actually use. Did you know that there's actually stuff on the internet that's actually verified true?
Okay. I'll tell you what. Then I have 3 subjects just to cheer me up with lead right into our genuine positivity message.
That's awesome. Then we can talk about the heat, or we can talk about flying cars with fans on them to bring the heat down. Let's do that. Let's talk about flying cars.
Okay. And then, of course, Steve realizes something that he should have realized years ago.
If I find my way home, yeah.
Welcome to the Don't Know Show, featuring what happened to the world today. I'm Steve.
And I'm Scott. And this is a tale of how bad life decisions led to a YouTube show and podcast.
And stuff we don't know. And we're going to talk about what we've noticed is going on in the world today. And we're going to start off by starting with our YouTube channel and the pictures behind us. So for those of you on the podcast, I'll try and describe what is behind Scott. Behind Scott is some very hot, greasy, burned cheese and green peppers. Is that accurate?
No.
No. Why is it black then?
The part that is black is the pepper, not the cheese.
So you blacken the pepper when you put them on the, like, blacken the peppers like
those are stuffed green bell peppers with
stuffed
cheese.
With
stuffed with
traditional
hamburger and my
rice.
What?
Rice and hamburger?
Rice, hamburger, yeah, but my own concoction of stuff too.
Well, what about your concoction?
Yes.
It's going to be one of those shows, folks. Scott has taken over part of the subjects. So, yes, we are going to go there.
I'll take your word for it.
Scott's going to go there.
So, anywho's, that is a pan of absolutely delicious stuffed green bell peppers.
That's a pan? That's not on the plate?
Nope, that's in a pan. There were 6 of them in there, and I took a picture after I already took one out. But
nice.
The pictures can't tell that it's missing. I did a good job with the picture.
So my question for you is, was that on Funguy Cooks for you?
Well, no, this one wasn't because I've been working long shifts again trying to get stuff done.
Yeah, so the good news today, ladies and gentlemen, Scott told me, doesn't want me to tell you guys because he's all pissed. But he was working on the buses today, and he was working on some wiring in the bus, and one of the wires shorted out, burned out the whole wiring harness.
Yeah, loads of fun.
Not the bus wiring harness, the electrical wiring harness for the entertainment system. So for those of you who know or don't know anything about that, that's a custom harness. It's not really a custom harness. It's a bunch of wires that Scott put in one at a time. He's got to now pull out.
That's what we're doing now. I didn't put them in there in the first place. They came that way.
Oh, you're kidding me. Oh,
and
so
this is the bus I bought from California. It's a limo bus.
Oh, no.
They built all that stuff themselves, so it really wasn't done professionally.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, that sucks.
So they did not use heavy duty enough gauge wiring. It was all like 12 gauge wiring and 14 gauge wiring, which you don't use. The heaviest duty wire they had in there was for the 1200 watt amplifier, which is supposed to be 8 gauge at the absolute minimum. 6 gauge is better. They had 10 gauge on it.
Monster cable. But you guys shorted it out, burned it up, and sent everybody screaming.
Which is why I'm wearing my shower clothes, because literally, you don't know this, but we are starting our show almost 2 hours later than we normally do. And I just got out of the shower. I didn't even bother putting on clothes.
Well, that's a robe then.
This is a robe. A robe is not considered clothing.
And that, okay, Emperor. Look at the Emperor's better clothes.
I'm wearing the Emperor's clothes. Birthday suit.
And that's why this show is going right in the gutter.
Yes.
Scott.
So why are you showing a picture of a bank on a highway with no cars?
Well, look what's behind it there.
Oh, that might be a stadium.
It is a stadium. That is what Corona ruined for my trip this year. My trip this year, well, we're supposed to make 2 trips this year. In the beginning of the season, we were taking a family trip to Pittsburgh, to PNC Park, to watch the Pittsburgh Pirates play baseball, which obviously isn't happening. Then my next trip is the one in the fall where we watch the Penguins play hockey on Saturday and the Steelers play football on
Did
Sunday.
they play against the Polar Bears?
No, they don't. They play against Danny DeVito. Danny DeVito's got some funny stories about that because one of the things is they were like, hey, when you're playing the Penguin, you're going to play with robotic penguins and real penguins. He goes, really? Are the real penguins nice? They go, yeah, real penguins are really nice. They look at the real penguins and then all started attacking him in his suit. He goes, thank God it was a big suit.
Yes.
They were pecking at him like crazy. So, yeah, that's just for the Don't Know show. It's all this stuff we don't know.
Yes.
But that's where I could have been this year. So, yeah, I'm kind of bummed.
Well,
kind of bummed.
It could be worse, Steve. You could be stuck in your house doing nothing but going home to work and the golf course. Whoa, wait, that is what you're stuck doing.
That is what I'm doing, yeah. So I watch a lot of shows and a lot of social media and stuff like that and try and post once in a while. I don't post as much as I used to. I'm reposting stuff that we did when the world was open. I've reposted a couple of my radio shows, so those are back up there on Facebook and stuff like that. But yeah, pretty funny. So one of the things that's like become popular again is people talking about the Mandela Effect. And the Mandela Effect got named about people thinking things are a certain way, but most people remember them a different way.
Yes.
So the reason is that it was named after he died in 2013 because countless people thought that he died in prison in 1980s. But he didn't die till 2013.
Right.
So because people are wrong on dates or how they misremember things, they did that. So don't look. I'm going to ask you questions.
Oh, okay.
And let's see how you remember it. Okay, the peanut butter that I like, not Skippy. What is the one that starts with J?
Jif.
Right, it's Jif or GIF. People aren't sure. But a lot of people call it Jiffy. And it is not Jiffy peanut butter. It is Jif. So you got that one right.
Okay.
Bugs Bunny cartoons. Warner Brothers has the two. What is the name of the Bugs Bunny cartoons? What are
Wasn't
you,
it
Porky Pig and all them?
Wasn't it? Hang on a second.
Looney?
It wasn't Looney Tunes, I don't think.
Yes.
It was Looney Tunes?
Yeah. How do you spell tunes?
Toons.
No. Looney
Was it
Tunes.
Tunes?
Tunes, like tunes.
Okay.
It was tunes, but a lot of people think because it's cartoon,
Right.
it was that. But no, it was the tune. It was actually the tune.
Because they also had the music with all their shows.
Now, this one you may or may not know. There was a family of bears that was in a lot of books. Lovable cartoon bear family actually spelled their last name. It was the Baron what? The Berenstein Bears or the Berenstain Bears?
Oh, I sort of do remember that.
Everybody thinks they're Jewish. Everybody thinks it's the Berenstein Bears. It is
I
not.
thought it was the Bernstein Bears.
The Beren, B-E-R-E-N, Bernstein. Bernstein. It's not Steen. It's not Steen.
Oh,
It's Stain.
so it's Bernstein?
It's not an E. It's spelled with a A.
Okay.
All right. Curious George. Curious George was missing something. What is Curious George missing?
Is he missing a tail?
Missing a tail. Curious George never was drawn with a tail. All right. TV shows become popular again. A lot of people are watching it. It's
Right.
about 4 women in New York.
4 women in New York.
Yes. Sex and city. What are the middle words?
I believe it was, well, you said words, plural.
Yeah, there's 2 words.
Not sex and the city. It's sex in and the city, yeah.
So a lot of people think you are correct. It is Sex and the City. A lot of people think it's Sex in the City.
Right.
Because
No,
these
that's
four
the
women were
porn
having sex
one
in
that
the
was
city.
made like that. Right.
They were having sex in the city.
Yes.
How do you spell Febreze?
Febreze.
No. There's only one E, not two E's together. It's Febrez.
Okay.
Another one. A lot of people think it's the other way. Now, this one you and I know because we grew up singing the song. Oscar what? The baloney.
Meyer.
Spell it.
Meyer.
No.
Meyer.
Yes.
Wait, my baloney has a first name. It's Ocar. My baloney has a second name. It's Meyer.
You could sing the song properly, but you still got it wrong.
Wow.
Wow. That's crazy, huh?
Yep.
I'm going to skip Skechers. Fruit Loops. Spell Fruit Loops with Froot.
Right.
A lot of people remember the Monopoly Man with a monocle. No monocle. Oh, Fruit of the Loom. Cornucopia or no cornucopia?
No clue.
Should I share this?
No.
No? Okay. No cornucopia.
I'll try to remember to put the link up so people can check this out.
Yeah.
Steve told me not to go through them, so I'm not. So this is very difficult because I like to go through these things.
Exactly. Oh, so there's a lot of songs about Mona Lisa smile and all that, right?
Yes.
So so many people claim that she used to have more of an obvious smile. That is not what so that's what this is about. This is now I'm going into the don't know part of the show.
Right.
Do you know what the Mona Lisa painting is most famous for, though? It is not her smile. Because the smile's always been the same. It's not been more of a smile.
Right.
The Mona Lisa painting is most famous for the quality of work done on her hands. The quality of work done on her hands is what's so amazing. Now, you're a Star Wars fan, right?
Yes.
What color is CPO? C3PO?
Which movie?
All of them.
Oh, no. C3PO gets gold.
Really?
Yes. He starts out, for all practical purposes, I want to say silver and blue. But he gets dismembered at one point, and when he gets put back together, they gave him weird stuff, and then they turned him into gold.
Do me a favor. Go look at images of 3CPO on the internet and search it up. And you're going to notice something. Look at his right leg. The bottom of his right leg, silver.
Yeah, but isn't that after he got...
Always been silver. Never 100% gold. All the ones where you see are 100% gold are wrong in the movie.
But I don't think he started out as gold.
Yes. It starts out as silver. It's always silver. Even if you look like back when they're on, go back and watch the movies, everybody. They're up on Disney Plus. How crazy is that?
It's weird because I could swear that he didn't turn gold until later. And they couldn't find that, and he had the weird leg because it was parts.
Yep. So, Forrest Gump.
Forrest Gump.
Sitting on the park bench.
Yes.
What's his saying?
What does the park bench say?
Yeah, what does the park bench say? No, what does he say to everybody after he goes, that's all I'm going to say about that? What does he say about the chocolates? What's his famous saying from Forrest Gump?
The life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get.
Life is like a box of chocolates. The actual quote was, life was like a box of chocolates. When he was recounting his life, it was life was like a box of chocolates. Another Star Wars reference. Luke, I am your father. What wasn't said?
What wasn't said?
Yeah. He never said Luke. He just said, I am your father.
Okay.
Didn't know that.
That
Now,
works.
here's one of my favorite movies. Remember Hannibal Lecter with some fava beans?
No, not my kind of movie, remember?
When he, one of the famous, one of the things he said from the movie was, or what everybody thinks he says, hello, Clarice. You know, he never said that.
I'll take your word for it.
He just said good morning.
Really?
He never said hello, Clarice. Never
Okay.
said that. But a lot of people quote that. Okay. We are the champions, right? We are the champions. We are the champions. No time to lose. How does that song end? Because we are the champions.
That's how it ends right there.
Yeah, they don't say of the world.
Not at the very end, no.
No, they don't. They don't. Can you sing Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood theme song?
No.
No?
Nope.
It's a beautiful day in this neighborhood. So
I
it's a
recognize
beautiful-
it, but I never watched
A lot of
the
people
show,
go,
though.
it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. It's not a beautiful day in the neighborhood. It's a beautiful day in this neighborhood. Let's see what else. Oh, well, we know about this one. Remember that bear that puts out fires? Only you can prevent
Yes.
forest. What's his name?
Smokey Bear.
Yep. Smokey Bear. There is no the. He's not Smokey the Bear. He's
No.
Smokey Bear.
Although if you look at some posters, some people did put a T in it.
Did they?
Yep.
Smokey T Bear?
Yep.
Well, that's funny. Let's see. Is there anything else good in here? I don't know if people know about this. The Lindbergh baby. The Lindbergh baby was kidnapped.
Okay.
What was the resolution of that case?
I had no idea.
A lot of people believe that the case went cold, but unfortunately, that the actual truth was they found the body and sentenced the killer to death. But a lot of people think it just went cold. They never found the person.
Interesting.
Nobody cares about Leonardo DiCaprio. All right, there's the last one. Location of the Disney World Castle. If you've ever been to the Magic Kingdom, do you recall where the castle was located? Where is the castle located in Disney, the Magic Kingdom? You've been to Disney World and Disneyland, right?
I've only been to the one in Florida.
Okay. Where's the castle located?
Right
at the entrance, right?
I don't believe so.
You're correct. It's not at the entrance, but a lot of people think it is the entrance of the park.
I believe that at the entrance of the park, the first thing is that ginormous carousel.
No, that's not it either.
Well,
the train station. So you get off of the monorail and you cross underneath the bridge of the train station.
okay.
Then you go down Main Street, and after you get down the end of Main Street, then you have the castle.
Okay.
And I heard this story and I thought it was pretty funny. So we talk about Disney a lot. All the lands, right? Frontierland, Tomorrowland, and all that. So
Okay.
you know what some people are trying to start the story for Tomorrowland was, how it got its name? So when they opened up Disneyland, not everything was ready.
Okay.
So Tomorrowland was all like fenced off, and the people are going in. They go, "What's that going to be over there?" And they go, "Oh, that's we're going to be showing stuff from the future, and that's going to open up tomorrow." So they go, "Oh, that's why I got the name Tomorrowland."
Okay.
That's not true. That's not true. That's not why Disney was
All right.
calling
So
it Tomorrowland.
we are creating fake news. Thank you, Steve.
Well, no, that's a Mandela Effect.
Oh, we're still on that. Okay.
People think it was that, but that's not true. Disney was talking about, the evolutions of tomorrow and all that stuff while he was building it, and so he was big in that, and the whole movie with him. Oh, I can't think of the name of that movie. What was that movie? It was the cartoon Meet the Robinsons,
Okay.
where it's kind of like Disney come back and keep moving forward. One of the things that he said. So it was never mind. It was all planned beforehand. So enough of that. But doing my research for the show. And doing my research for the show. You know how I like Google and Wikipedia, right?
Yes.
A lot of
Especially
stuff in there
Easter
that's not
eggs.
accurate, right?
What?
Hello?
What?
I asked a question.
Are you speaking?
I asked a question.
What was the question,
was,
Steve?
The question was, on Google and on Wikipedia, there's a lot of stuff that's not accurate, correct?
I would say that is correct. Yes.
Because people just put stuff up there, make stuff
Correct.
up. Right? It's got to be true if it's on the internet. I'm a French model, right?
Everything's true on the internet.
So if you're in school and now you're doing school at home and you're online, how do you do citations and stuff like that so that you have actual, legitimate, documented, true information?
Oh, okay. When you said citations, I was thinking about college kids getting pulled over by the police and getting citations. This is something different. Okay.
Okay, when you go to school and you take some information from somewhere else and you put the little foot mark on there.
Yes.
You go, oh, this I got from this information. This I got from this
Correct.
information. So, right? Those are called citations.
Okay. I don't remember being called that, but that's okay.
The Don't Know Show. We're proving it out here. Scott don't know.
I don't know. College was a long ass time ago.
Did you know that, school's coming back in and stuff like that. So did you know there's a thing called scholar.google.com? I didn't.
Up until about 10 minutes ago, no.
If you go to google.scholar.com, when you do the searches there, it'll bring up articles. It'll bring up stuff that is true information that's been researched and stuff like that. So give me something to search.
Give you something to search. Okay. How deep is the deepest part of the ocean?
All right. So there's Google Scholar. How depth? Wow.
Oh, look, there it is. How deep is the ocean?
I guess I jumped past it. But look at that. Isn't this cool? Look, cited articles, 17 versions, cited. So you can actually go through and actually find stuff. Isn't that cool?
It is.
So you can actually have the citations and stuff like that. So you can actually get like legitimate information for your stuff. There it is. Look, from Nature. And you can actually nature.com articles so you can cite it. Look at that. So you can cite it. Look at that. There's the abstract. You can buy this. Isn't that cool?
It's very cool.
I didn't know you could do that. Now you can actually find stuff that's actually legit on the internet. So with all this thinking, I started thinking about stuff. I forget what show I was watching, but they were doing pregnancy tests. And I was watching like a lot of romantic comedies or something. I don't know why, right? And a lot of them were like, they were like pregnancy test themes where people were getting pregnant, they were testing it. And one of the things I found unique about pregnancy tests is you take a stick and you hold it down in the toilet and you pee on it.
Right.
Wouldn't it be
Hopefully
better if
not
you
on your
peed-
hand.
But okay, so would it be better if you peed in the cup and then just dipped it in the cup?
Wouldn't it be better?
Yeah, I'm just asking that general question. I mean, somebody comment down there for me, a woman. I mean, is it that hard to pee in a cup? I mean, if you make the cup big enough, is that the problem? The cup's too big? I don't.
Well, it can't be because the DOT physical granted, even today, the majority of drivers are male, but there's a large percentage now of female drivers, and they have to take the pee test. And they pee in a cup. I know they do.
How do women take drug tests, right? So that's the other thing. Don't know show. How do women take drug tests? Do they pee in a cup? They don't pee on a stick.
No. So yeah, to me that would make a lot more sense.
So why? Yeah. Why is a pregnancy test not come with a cup? just asking. Just asking here. Help me out with that, ladies. I have no idea. It kind of seems weird to me.
It
does it seem weird.
Does seem weird,
right? And then you went off the deep end, and this is where Scott's going to tell these next few subjects.
What
are Scott's personality coming into the show?
Why would you say this went off the deep end? This was a legitimate thing.
Well, all I put in there is why is there no cup in a pregnancy test? And you said what?
I said, better question. Why would a man test positive on a pregnancy test? So the bigger question is, why is a man taking a pregnancy test? Right. Arnold Schwarzenegger obviously did, but that was for a movie.
Right, because he was Mr. What was it? What was the name of the Arnold Schwarzenegger movie with Danny DeVito? It was Danny DeVito, right?
Wasn't it Mr. Mom?
No.
It was Danny DeVito, yes. It wasn't Twins. Although,
go on, I'll find it.
But anywho's, apparently,
Junior. It's called Junior. Really?
Junior. God. That's right. Spelled out, not just J-R. J-U-N-I-O-R. Yeah. Anyway, apparently, a guy found his ex-girlfriend's pregnancy test in his medicine cabinet, and just for shits and giggles, he decided to take the test, and it came up positive. And he's like, how is this even remotely possible? Well, folks, it is possible because the
hormone produced
for
testicular cancer.
The stupid thing didn't come up right. Yes.
Of course it didn't. Scott, that's your excuse every time.
It requires a little blue pill to come up right. I understand that.
So here we go. This is where Scott takes over his personality.
So
here it comes, folks.
Apparently, there are certain hormones that are given off by certain cancers that match the same hormone of a woman's pregnancy. They're similar.
Testicular cancer gives off the HCG hormone, which is the same one produced by embryonic tissue during pregnancy. It also produces AFP, fetal protein, which is measured during pregnancy. So, how crazy is that?
So this guy ended up getting his life saved because he caught it early because of being funny.
Because, I want to be on the
I'm going to be in the stick. What the hell? How am I pregnant?
Yeah. Crazy. Crazy!
And you know what's even crazier than that?
What's that?
What happens if you're on a long drive and you got to go number 2?
Okay. The world has changed. So I do a lot of work where we're putting in new facilities, right? And Scott, you're kind of dealing with that right now with the bus, right? You're over in a new location. You're building a new building. I have 2 pet peeves that have to do with that. The first one is, please make sure all the equipment is plugged in and charging when you're not using it.
Yes.
Because I hate picking up either a dead battery or especially when you come in overnight and the damn lifts aren't charged or the forklifts aren't charged. Like, what are you doing to me, people? Knock it off, right?
Okay.
So that would be bad. That would be bad.
Bod.
That would be bad.
And what's worse?
What's worse is going to these places that are new and there's no toilet paper.
No toilet paper.
No toilet paper. So I started thinking about that toilet paper thing. Okay.
Okay.
A lot of bathrooms are closed because of COVID right now.
Yes.
So if you go on a road trip and you have to go to the bathroom, you can't just whip into a gas station or whip into a McDonald's or a Burger King or and have their bathroom open.
Okay.
So
now I was under
public
the.
service. Go ahead.
I was under the. Oh my God! I'm having a brain fart of the right word. That if you're in a restaurant that is allowing indoor seating, the restrooms have to be open.
Nope.
They are here in Wisconsin.
Are they? Well, then you're luckier. There's a lot of places that have them closed. And I thought you had to have them open if you had indoor seating, but with this all being crazy like this, some of them are closed. So you can't rely on it. And the gas station ones are closed. So you can't rely on it. So my public service announcement is, if you are going to go on a drive or go anywhere, I suggest you go to the bathroom before you leave your house. Period.
Yes.
That's it. Go to the bathroom before you leave your house. If you're leaving from work, go to the bathroom before you leave work. You never know when you're going to get stranded.
Wait a minute. I just thought of something.
What'd you thought of?
What if you have a really good imagination, i.e., like I do, okay?
Okay.
And you went someplace and they said their bathrooms were closed and I had to go. Couldn't I just imagine that their business is the moon and then I can leave my fecal matter there? Flashback to one of our earlier shows. Remember all this stuff?
I followed you on all of that. I followed that on all of that. Right up to the point of where you said you could leave your fecal matter there.
Yes.
Okay. Let's say that their bathrooms are open. You're going to leave your fecal matter there also. I'm just imagining you packaging it up and taking it with you.
It's going to go right into the sewer system.
Why are you packaging it up and taking it with you? That's you've confused me.
Well,
as to why you are packaging up your fecal matter, taking it with you.
Okay, I didn't say I was going to take it with. I was going to leave it there.
Well, don't you always leave it there if the bathroom's open?
We just explained that, but you, of course, were not listening. Like you.
No, I was listening. You were doing a throwback back to when we said there's a lot of poop on the moon right now.
But if you go to a bathroom that is working, if you go there, you don't leave it there because you flush the toilet and it goes away. See?
Which, in all practical purposes, leaving it there, unless you're sticking your hand down there to make sure it's gone.
Okay, no, not interested in that.
Maybe
However, I did an
are.
obtuse segue also, by the way, and you haven't even caught that yet.
How is leaving poop on the moon segueing to our next KFC?
Okay.
Okay.
This is
Explain
how it did
this
it.
segue. Here we go.
It's kind of like your
Don't Know show.
The separation, because this is a previous episode that we talked about leaving the poop on the moon.
Right.
And also on a previous episode, we talked about KFC being finger looking good in our dumb laws thing, I believe.
So what you're saying is all you have to do is mention anything we've ever talked about, and that relates to anything else we've ever talked about.
That is correct.
That's not how segues work.
Well, I said it was an obtuse segue.
That's more than obtuse.
No, it is a perfectly obtuse segue.
Okay, do you even know what the word obtuse
means? It means all the stuff that comes out of Steve's mouth.
It means annoyingly intensive or slow to understand.
Bingo!
And that is what you are, annoying and slow to understand. So you described yourself as being obtuse.
Yes.
But your segue is
obtuse. It's annoying and hard to understand. How long did it take for you to figure it out?
Still haven't figured it out.
There you go.
So it's definitely annoying.
So why are KFCs no longer finger licking good, Steve?
Because people won't drink coronavirus. Won't drink Corona beer.
Now that's obtuse.
No, that makes sense. People won't drink Corona beer. So because you're not supposed to touch your face without washing your hands, it's good now. That's all. It's not finger licking good. It's just good. It's good. Kentucky Fried Chicken. It's good.
Okay.
So, yeah, eating
Okay,
chicken
now-
with cutlery. You're going to have to eat chicken with cutlery now.
No, there's something seriously wrong with this because to this day, the CDC is still saying that eating food does not give you, once you put anything you put in your mouth, does not give you the virus. If it's on your food, you swallow
That's
it,
not accurate either.
stomach acids destroy
Not
it.
putting anything in your mouth.
Well,
that's
okay.
That's
Food.
not accurate either. Don't know,
Remember
show.
that-
Scott, don't know.
Remember the coronavirus frozen chicken wings that they said if you cook them and eat them, it wouldn't bother you any?
Right, the ones from China.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
But people are they're just like freaking out. So it's like,
No doubt about it.
We will. No. We're just going to
No?
eliminate the finger licking good part.
Okay.
Yeah. Wow. Crazy. It's crazy, dude.
How crazy is it? By the way, who the hell's Bella Thorne?
Okay. So Bella Thorne, Bella and Zendaya had a show on Disney, the Disney Channel called
Okay.
Shake It Up. And they were dancers, right? And they were like 16 years old on the show. There were
Okay.
a few dancers, and you know who Zendaya is? She was in The Greatest Showman and some other movies, but Bella Thorne really hasn't had a career since the show. So Bella has now ruined it for all of the sex workers, and God, I love that they okay. So one of the things, there's a website out there called Fans Only.
Yes, that I've heard.
Sorry. Strike that, reverse it. OnlyFans.
OnlyFans, right. OnlyFans.
Right. So on this OnlyFans platform, you can charge your clients, your viewers, to get your content. And your content can be anything. A lot of cam girls are on this, stuff like that. So Bella Thorne, who theoretically had like $200 to her name after leaving the show on Disney. But yet, if you look at the net worth thing, says she's somewhere between $5 and $8 million worth, whatever.
Okay.
Right? Look at for money. She's had a very rough career since then, like out of, doing poor choices. How's that?
Okay.
So she decided that she was going to say, okay, I'm going to charge $200 for a 12-second, 14-second video of her naked.
Okay.
In 1 week, she raised $2 million.
Okay.
So not only do sex workers do this, but mainstream celebs and influencers charge a fee to access content that might be censored elsewhere, right? Whatever. Okay. So people started logging in. She wasn't naked. So people started freaking out, going, the false advertising, yada, we want our money back. So OnlyFans started refunding money, and they limited everyone else on the platform to now the max you can charge for any kind of content, $50. So these other people are freaking out. They were like, I got legit stuff. I give the people exactly what they say. And I was charging $100, $150, $75, whatever. And now she's totally crashed that whole platform because now the creators can only charge $50. She gets on it, screws over a whole industry.
Okay. You do realize that 90% of the crap that goes on in this world, including all those dumb laws that we did, is for that reason. one or two stupid people ruin it for everybody else.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Crazy.
I'm just glad that nobody wants to pay $50 to see me naked.
I'd pay $50 to see you naked. Let's get OnlyFans up and do it.
Okay, yeah. You're stranger than I thought. Your sister's going to disown you now.
She's done some weird stuff, this Bella Thorne chick. She did direct a porno for Pornhub last year. She wouldn't act in it, but she did direct it.
Okay.
Like, I'm not sure why that get extra views because she directed it. Like, who cares? But yeah, can you believe that?
Unfortunately, yes, I do.
Yeah, just ruined everything. Just ruined it. Absolutely ruined it. So, with that, there's one last trend. There's a trend going on, Scott. And you know what that trend is?
Trend.
The trend is you think you can hurt me? Well, I had this happen to me. So I started thinking about that, and I came up with one for me. You could say whatever you want. You can't hurt me. I pay big money to go out and play golf and totally fail. Or make myself look bad, or fail at every hole.
Now,
and I pay money. So you can't, no matter what you can say, you can't hurt me because I do that to myself. I pay money to go out and not do well.
Yes. And it's cheaper than having a, what do they call those dominatrix? It's cheaper than a dominatrix.
Well, I don't know about that because it's only $50 now on OnlyFans because it's all.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
And some rounds of golf, most rounds of golf cost more than 50. But so that's that. So with those three subjects going on there, people screwing things up, playing golf, OnlyFans, directing a porno, finger licking good. How can you turn that into a genuine positivity message?
Of course, very easily.
Well, yeah, in your mind.
All right. This is my genuine positivity message for this week. Wash your balls, stroke your shaft, swivel your hips, aim for the hole. And if you want to make your partner happy, make sure you follow through. Now, just so you know, I'm talking about golf, but I know where your mind was. So if you remember that thought, you'll be happy all day.
You don't stroke your shaft. You grip your shaft.
I play golf too, Steve, and I see what people do with their clubs. They pull the thing out there, they take their hand, they're going like this, they move their shoulders.
Do that. If they do that, then they are doing it wrong.
Oh, I see it all the time.
Grip your shaft.
Must be a Wisconsin thing, Steve.
Must be. Must be a Wisconsin thing. That's all I can figure. That's terrible. All right. So there's your genuine positive. Thank you, Funguy The Entertainer.
Now, have you ever accidentally hit like a goose or a bird of any kind when you're playing golf?
I have. The old joke is I got a bird. There's a lot of birds out here. There are birds that have broken legs out on the golf course. I did hit a bird. I've hit a few, and it's not something you want to do. I try and shoo them away, but sometimes they're so far down the course you can't get them to shoo away. But I will not. You can tell the guys I golf with know that if we get up on the tee and there's birds or anything on the tee box, they laugh because they know, number one, I'll have a bad tee shot, and number two, I will spend 5 minutes making sure all the birds are off the tee box and not walking back towards the tee box.
There you go.
One of the problems is people feed the birds at the tee boxes.
Yes, they do.
Or the birds, well, they're sanctuaries by us, so you can't chase the birds away, right?
Right.
So not only will they feed them, but the birds, when you pull up, know there's food in the carts, so they'll fly into the carts.
Yes.
And they'll land in the carts to get the food out of the carts, which is, so they're always hanging around the tee boxes. But yeah, they know.
And don't forget the other thing about tee boxes. A lot of people dig up dirt and then they have to sprinkle the seed down there and the birds eat the seed.
Yep. Well, and here's the other part. The guys like golf would think it's so funny that it bothers me so much that they won't help. They stand there and watch and laugh.
Now, of course they do.
While I'm chasing these birds out of the way. So no, it's.
I'm surprised you need them to videotape you and send it to me so I can put it up.
We'll put it on the show. I'll do it. I'm golfing today on September 5th at the Las Vegas National Golf Course. The Las Vegas National Golf Course is famous because that's where the movie Casino was filmed.
Right.
So I will film stuff for next week's show.
Cool. Just do me a favor.
Hopefully there'll be birds out there. There might not be a lot of birds out there because it's 115 degrees out here.
And it's a dry heat, Steve.
Even the bird. Okay, when it's over 100, it doesn't matter. I've told you that.
That's
correct. 90 is good in dry heat. 100, forget it. Forget it. So,
well, here's something I need you to remember. If you ever get a chance to go to Japan, whatever you do not think of those birds being hit by golf balls if, you see a flying car.
Here's how I would have segued it. You could get fans, big propellers, right? And then that would blow the air around. It would make it cooler. And you could put 8 fans on a car. And then you'd have a flying car like Japan's SkyDrive Inc.
It's actually more like a motorcycle than a car, but yeah.
Yes, but again, why are they not putting shrouds around the blades? Okay, I understand. Okay, everybody, helicopter, right? The helicopter blades are above your head, and everybody still ducks when they go in. The one that's not protected is the one in the back, but nobody goes around back. Although in one of the medical TV shows, one of the helicopters landed on the roof, and one of the doctors went around back for some reason, and he got his arm chopped off by that blade, the rear propeller that spins up and down. Yeah, what movie was that? What was the one with Dr. McDreamy?
I have no idea.
Remember that one? What was the medical show? All right, vamp for me.
MASH?
Forget it. Vamp for me. Do not try and guess. That means talk.
Oh, well, see, the problem is I was actually trying to search something else because my brain went somewhere else. Because you know me, my brain keeps changing around.
What were you searching up?
Well, there was, I want to say Victor.
Yeah, Vic Morrow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he got killed by a helicopter blade.
I could have told you that. I didn't have to look that up. I don't know show. I know that.
So, because he was Vic Morrow, he was a
and the 2 kids he was with. But that helicopter crashed into the swamp where they were at. What episode does Dr. Romano lose his arm? Towards the end of the season, Romano suffers severe burns to his arms off fin and decided that Romano gets a robotic arm. He dies after the episode Free Fall from the helicopter that falls off the roof and crushes him. That's not it. Was it ER? But ER doctor got his arm chopped off.
I don't remember that.
Was it Dr. Romano?
Because the one that I remember was MASH without the helicopters.
But this one says dies. Where's the one where he got his arm chopped off? Dang it.
Dang it. I just hate when that happens, Steve.
So I'm trying to get to it, see if I can see it here. But so back to the segue we were trying to get to was, but again, we've seen these vehicles over and over again.
Yes. They're at some point they will become safe enough and prevalent enough and affordable enough that we'll see them. It's just it's like people said cars won't last. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I mean, and let's face it, every science fiction show has got people flying cars.
Right. Yeah, look at the Jetsons.
Yeah, that was one of the first ones. That's true. And of course, my favorite is the Fifth Element.
Blade Runner, Fifth Element.
Now, Fifth Element was more funny because he
Oh,
was
there
a
it
cab
is.
driver.
Yeah, he gets his arm chopped off. There it is. It is. It's ER and it's Romano. Yeah, he gets his arm chopped off. There it is. Picking up his paper. Yeah. Did he die from that? No kidding. Yeah. It says he dies from it. ER Dr. Robert Rocket Romano. Yeah. I just saw it. That was it. I was right. Okay.
There you go. See,
But yeah,
we don't know anything, but yes, we do.
But we don't know show.
Usually, Steve knows the weirdest things in the world.
Yeah, nothing I can make any money off of.
So, anywho's, once these flying cars, oh, by the way, the whole thing is they finally got one to fly off the ground for an extended length of time, a very short extended length of time, but safely, and he landed it safely, and that's the first one. So, but they're not the only ones out there trying it. There's like a couple dozen companies that are trying to build these cars.
Yep. Well, there was always, the General Lee. They're always trying to fly that thing. Just kidding.
Yeah. It did fly frequently.
But, like we said, Blade Runner. Remember Flubber?
Yes.
Flubber had a flying car.
Yep.
Remember James Bond, the man with the golden gun, where the actual got the wings and the car pulls into the garage and then all of a sudden he drives off and that's a car.
Yep.
The Absent-Minded Professor that had a flying car in it. The actual movie, The Flying Car, had a flying car in it. Can you believe that?
Pretty chitty bang bang, chitty chitty bang bang, we love you.
Okay. Do you remember Back to the Future when he made the car a flying car?
Yes.
The DeLorean became a flying car?
Yeah. And the train did too.
What were some other flying cars? I can't remember. Yeah, he made the train fly.
Yep.
I can't remember any other.
Didn't Speed Racer's car? No, it jumped. It didn't fly.
That's a cartoon.
Yeah.
But okay.
Anywho's.
Oh wait, I know one that Marvel. Whatchamacallit's car?
Oh,
From,
yes.
Shield.
Yes.
Agents of Shield.
Uh-huh.
Shield agents. His car flew.
It did.
Try to remember.
And I believe Men in Black, one of their cars flew too.
Oh yeah, and then the Winnebago in Space Wars. Spaceballs. Yeah.
Yes.
Space Wars. Spaceballs. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, and Harry Potter had a flying car in it.
That's correct.
Yep.
So yeah, it's coming, folks. I don't know if
we want them. We fantasize about them. Since we fantasize about them, they will eventually become reality.
That is correct.
So cool.
All right.
All right.
So what's up with the therapist, by the way?
Oh, so all right. You know how I talk about, like, I have these revelations where I'm just like, oh my God, why did I not realize this sooner? So we talked about me going through drive-thrus when I had the pre-recorded things. And then I would answer the pre-recorded thing when they first came out because I didn't realize it wasn't the person there.
Yes.
And then a different voice comes on. I'm like, oh my
God.
God.
Welcome to blah, blah, blah. Would you like to try one of these things?
No, thank you. I would like, and then they go, thank you. Please pull around. I'm like, Ugh. So I stopped doing that. I caught that. Then there was a 7-Up commercial. And the guy's sitting on the roof of a car. Here we are at Lover's Lane. And he goes, these young lovers over here are enjoying a nice 7-Up. And he knocks on the window. And you hear the guy go, rah, 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 rah. He goes, oh, I just think I heard our slogan. And I was like, what? What? And then I finally got it because it's make 7 up yours.
Right.
So up yours is what the guy in the car yelled.
Yes.
And I went, oh, okay. So therapists. So a lot of people have a lot of bad connotations about therapists, right?
That is correct. People think that makes them weak.
Right. You know what the therapist breaks out to?
Yes.
The rapist.
That's correct.
The rapist. I never realized that before until this week. The rapist.
Yep. And that's because people think they're you're being raped when they have to pay
Did-
$300 an hour
did
per
you-
session.
and you knew this all along.
Of course I did.
I didn't. I just realized it.
Well,
so that was my word of the week.
it was
the rapist.
This is one of those things that it's not in your field of view normally.
What, rapists?
Correct.
Or
Or changing words or finding words and other meanings of words of this negative connotation.
Well, yeah, I don't do negative stuff, but yeah, like
Correct.
Like what? Like what? So,
By the way, this is the last one that we're putting in there from 2019's list of.
oh, thank God. Do we have a new
Words.
list with better words?
I'm going to come up. I came up with a really interesting concept, and I want to try it next week. But I wasn't going to tell you about it this week, but
Okay, good.
we'll see.
All right, I got some stuff for next week too, but
Cool.
but you're going to tell me about the gig economy.
Yes. With the rise in freelancing or working temporarily is all part of a sharing economy, which is also called a gig economy.
Yeah, because you got a gig doing it. Hey, look at my new gig. No,
It works. I'll take it. Whatever, however you want this to work for you, it works for me. Because this
the
is one
term
of the
gig is a slang word for a job that lasts a specific period of time.
correct. It's what I do with my
Right, you got a gig. That's
I have a gig.
dude. That's exactly what it was. It was typically
Yep.
used by musicians. That's exactly what it means. You're like, I'm like, okay, the Don't Know Show. Scott doesn't actually know that I'm actually on the right track.
Well, the part that I was saying that I don't like the way they word this
Did you
because
think it was a gig because it was
it's
a
all
gig
part
like
of
at
a
1,000?
sharing economy. It's like what?
Yeah, because it's a gig economy.
Yes.
A gig economy is a free market system in which temporary positions are common and organizations hire independent workers for short-term commitments. The term gig is a slang word for a job that lasts a specific period of time and is typically used by musicians. Dude, I think my definition is better than yours. The one
I
you have
liked
written
it.
out. So freelancers, independent contractors, project-based workers, temporary or part-time hires.
Just temporarily.
You know who else is doing gig employment? Tesla.
Andrew.
Tesla, because they're building those gig
Yeah.
batteries. But Tesla's doing something cool coming up. When is the split going to happen?
Oh, we talked about that last week. Yes,
Yeah.
it's supposed to be coming up soon, right?
Tesla stock, 5 things.
So what I need to do is I need to take my entire life savings, take a loan on the house, buy 3 shares because that's all I'll be able to afford.
Too late. Too late. Dude, if you would have bought this back like, how long ago? All right, so let me look at the, all right, so announced on August 5th, they're going to do the stock split. But when? When? Come on. There's a lot of stock splitting. I didn't realize this. Jaguar Mining is split this month. Magneterra Minerals split.
Just don't forget to use your cyber currency.
Tesla is going to, today. Well, it's split. It's split already. So it's split on 8/31. When is Apple splitting? Apple splitting also. But-
I like banana splits better.
But let's go back to Tesla. Take a look at their stock chart. And let's see. Let's go back 1 year. So if you would have bought this back in November or September of 2019, okay, less than a year ago, do you know you have done over 600%? So if you would have put in $1,000, you'd have $60,000 right now. 1 year, dude.
Yep.
I want to go back in time. Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventures, Face the Music is back out. I want to go back in time with them and invest
Exactly.
everything I've got in Tesla.
My problem is if I invested $1,000 in something in a year, it would be worth $3.
Is that crazy or what, dude?
Yep.
Freaking crazy. Absolutely crazy. And you know what? You could have invested that money even as late as June or July of 2019. So yeah, June, July, August is anywhere in there. That's where it was, and it was flat for the longest time too. I mean, it's been around $200-$300 since like 2015. It's ridiculous. And now all of a sudden, bam! I'm like, bam,
Bam.
bam! I'm like Emerald Lagasse.
Bam. All
It's
right.
terrible. So, like I said, I wish we could just go back just a little bit, just a little bit,
Steve.
just a little bit. Golf clap.
Yay,
So with that, I want to say thank you for watching.
And if you feel our show is not a bad life decision,
Please subscribe, like, watch our other shows and channels. Go down there to whathappened.world. I might have to start hawking for my son. I don't know if I've talked about this on the show or not, but everybody wish my son luck. He's trying to turn pro gaming, and he's got 3 tryouts. So he's actually got 3 companies looking at him. That'll be cool.
yep.
Be cool. And then you can go pro on Legacy, Legends. What's your name again?
Lineage 2.
Lineage. When's Lineage 3 coming out?
I don't think it ever will. They just keep making Lineage 2 with new updates every couple months.
Was there a Lineage 1?
I don't believe so.
No. So Lineage 2 is just always the Lineage.
I've been playing Lineage 2 for 16 years.
Cool. So with that, I want you to live every day, and we'll see you on the next show.
Be genuinely positive, live and love life, and have a good one.
Be crazy. And don't you step amazing.